Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Old Rhinebeck Aerodrome airshow season coming. GAMA 2024 report shows higher aircraft shipments and billing. Delta clears the air about Flight 4819. Welcome to Airborne-Unlimited. I'm your host, Helen Blee. Let's get into today's stories. Old Rhinebeck Aerodrome airshow season coming. The Old Rhinebeck Aerodrome in Red Hook, New York put out an update on its approaching 2025 airshow season, and as usual, it's chock full of goodies that you'll need to get tickets for. Winter has been the time for planning its special events and theme weekends that begin June 14th and 15th, running through October 19th. Old Rhinebeck hosts air shows every weekend, weather permitting, with many of them featuring a special theme before and after the flying part of the program. Saturday shows highlight the history of flight from the pioneer days before World War I, teasers for its World War I show, to the golden age of aviation in the 1920s and 30s. The Sunday show is the World War I dogfight extravaganza with a heroine and the villainous Black Baron of Rhinebeck, pyrotechnics, and a World War I battle tank. The show stars historic airplanes such as the museum's 1909 Blériot, the oldest regularly flying airplane in the Western Hemisphere. There's also a Fokker triplane, the most recognizable fighter of World War I, as well as a precise replica of the Spirit of St. Louis. Naturally, the aircraft on the flight line are constantly rotating between flying and the maintenance chores that go with owning vintage aircraft, so most times between 15 to 20 will be available for flying. After the break, Russian aircraft routinely penetrate Alaskan ADIZ.
Meet the first of a new generation of the M-Class family. The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. The M700 Fury transcends traditional limits with more power, blistering performance, a finely appointed interior, and the luxury of what matters most. Time. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, two-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low-maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Russian aircraft routinely penetrate Alaskan ADIZ. Russian military aircraft flew through the Alaskan ADIZ again February 18th through 19th, but NORAD says these types of flights, quote, occur regularly and are not seen as a threat, end quote. NORAD said the aircraft were detected and tracked in international airspace and did not enter American or Canadian sovereign airspace. NORAD explained that, quote, an ADIZ begins where sovereign airspace ends and is a defined stretch of international airspace that requires the ready identification of all aircraft in the interest of national security, end quote. DIMOR Group expanding historic Battle Creek aircraft plant. The DIMOR Group is investing another $12 million into the Waco Aircraft Corporation's campus to build a brand new Yonkers aircraft factory in Battle Creek, Michigan. This investment is on top of $30 million already invested. The investment also reaffirms the company's commitment to build handcrafted open cockpit aircraft and to the region's economic development. Site prep work is already underway for the 45,000 square foot plant that will be equipped with state-of-the-art machinery, assembly fixtures, and all new tooling that enables increased metal forming and machining capabilities to support production. EASA certifies Airbus A321XLR with P&W GTF engines. A Pratt & Whitney-powered variant of the Airbus A321XLR has received type certification by the European Union Aviation Safety Agency and will enter service later this year alongside its sister variant powered by the CFM LEAP 1A engines. RTX, owner of Pratt & Whitney, said that, quote, in support of the aircraft certification, updates were made to the PW1100G-JM engine type certifications to include A321XLR, end quote. Diamond DA-62 MPP completes 9-hour, 20-minute surveillance mission. Diamond Aircraft announced that its DA-62 multi-purpose platform demonstrated its capability as an efficient and versatile long-endurance aircraft by conducting a 9-hour and 20-minute surveillance mission carrying advanced technology surveillance equipment. The flight spanned more than 900 nautical miles without refueling, covering from its home base in Wiener Neustadt over Austria, the west coast of Croatia, the east coast of Italy, and a return leg through Venice and Carinthia in southern Austria. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. GAMA 2024 report shows higher aircraft shipments and billing. GAMA held its annual State of the Industry press conference releasing 2024 general aviation aircraft shipping and billing reports, showing that almost all aircraft segments had increases in shipments and preliminary deliveries of $31.2 billion for an increase of 13.3%. The breakdown of each segment is as follows, listed by type, number of units, and change from 2023. Piston airplanes 1,772 up 4.2%, turboprop 626 down 1.9%, bizjets 764 up 4.7%, total airplanes 3,162 up 3%, total airplane billing $26.7 billion up 14.3%. Piston helicopters 210 up 0.5%, turbine helicopters 746 up 0.4%, though Leonardo helicopters are not included. Total helicopters 956 up 0.4%, and total helicopters billing $4.5 billion, up 7.6%. Pete Bonds, president and CEO of GAMA, said, quote, "As we report on the strength of the general aviation manufacturing industry over the past year, it's notable that for the first time in a decade, our companies again exceeded $30 billion in annual billings, and for the second year in a row, we shipped more than 4,000 units. This strong performance provides great momentum into 2025, but it is essential that policymakers and regulators on both sides of the Atlantic recognize that for continued growth, they must work with industry on policy issues, such as taxes, trade regulations, and supply chain," end quote. After these messages, Delta clears the air about Flight 4819.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Welcome back. Delta clears the air about Flight 4819. Delta Airlines and Endeavour Air have made a statement of fact about the flight crew operating Endeavour Flight 4819 that experienced a collapsed landing gear during landing at Toronto Pearson Airport and ended up inverted on the runway. This occurred after the usual internet know-it-alls posted a massive amount of conjecture. No fatalities resulted from the accident, but 21 people were injured who have now all been released from the hospitals. Delta said that comments propagating incorrect and misleading assertions have been circulating online and other places, and in response posted the following correct information. Regarding the captain, quote, "Mesaba Airlines, a progenitor company of Endeavour Air, hired the captain in October 2007. He has served both as an active duty captain and in pilot training and flight safety capacities. Assertions that he failed training events are false. Assertions that he failed to flow into a pilot position at Delta Airlines due to training failures are also false," end quote. Regarding the first officer, quote, "Hired in January 2024 by Endeavour Air and completed training in April. She's been flying for Endeavour since that time. Her flight experience exceeded the minimum requirements set by U.S. federal regulations. Assertions that she failed training events are false," end quote. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.